Okay, guys, we're having a teaching moment here in the garden with Neil, so.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Erica's Facebook channel.
Facebook, but now it's also going to Instagram and YouTube, so it's everywhere.
Thanks for tuning in to Erica's multi-platform channel. So what we're doing here is we're making Instabeds, right? So we just finished. We're coming to the end of this little project we've been doing with Nicolas, a local guy, a neighbour of ours in Grancassy-Keen, and a really enthusiastic worker on Kenzie's land. And so we're trying to set him and his family up with a little garden so they can start growing food. What we mostly had when we started gardening here was rocks. So we've been making these little rock walls, trying to give a little bit of shape to this terrain. And now, because we don't have much of a soil bed here, we're actually just going to build the soil up from the ground. So we're starting off by sheet mulching with cardboard.
Yeah, what's with the cardboard?
The cardboard, I just like it because it stops weeds growing up, and it also, it's pure carbon that decomposes over time. And like anyone who's ever heard me teach gardening, it's all about the microbes.
Ooh.
So this is like a compost tea. Ooh. So we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of microbes in here, and then we're just going to like spread out this compost on the ground.
So I just watered the cardboard. So we laid the cardboard down. It was pretty like rocky and hard and compacted. So this is great if you have like, you even said that you could build a garden bed like on asphalt.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have space to really dig into the earth.
If you have like 40 centimeters of fertile soil to grow into, you're fine. Now the thing is, sorry, phone's going. The thing is, with all this compost, it can be a little much for plants. So stay tuned if you want to see how this bed actually ends up getting planted, because this compost is like partially broken down. It's not really that soily yet.
We see all the straw and stuff in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of straw. It's nice. It's got a lot of nutrients in it, but it's not really ready for planting into yet.
Michelle says worms love cardboard. Is that true?
Yes. Worms love cardboard. It's like, so this is just compost from the chicken house. Wow.
And this, I want to point out, this is also why like it's important. Some people think like, oh, go vegan, but actually the best answer for the planet is to have animals, but use them mindfully and make use of their
waste products and their ability to cycle nutrients and turn it into nice, usable soil. So yeah, we're not a vegan. Even our vegetables aren't vegan because they're grown in animal poop. So. And now we're going to probably make this a little bit higher. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make holes in this when it gets up to the required depth, and we're going to put in some of this nice sifted soil. Right?
Nice. So it's really sandy. So we sifted this when we dug out. There were all these rocks in it, so we just literally had sifters and made a big pile. Yeah, so like this is really useful in the garden.
Like a big part of the gardening was just digging holes in places and then separating the rocks from the soil. And then eventually we ended up with rocks that we could use for the garden beds, rocks that we could put along the bottom of the fence here, lots of rocks. But the soil actually, the nice thing about when you have rocks in your land is you'll probably have really nice mineral content in your soil if you can like separate the rocks from the soil. When you don't have rocks, not always, but when there's no rocks in the soil, it can often mean you have like a lot of clay, and that's like sort of harder to work with. But you know, actually, as I do this, I don't think we're gonna have enough materials, so let's make this into more like a hugelculture style bed.
Isn't that already what we're doing? Oh no,
kind of. We're actually gonna let's get some of those twigs and sticks and put it on the bottom of the bed.
Hugelculture.
Underneath the cardboard? Or
yeah, above the cardboard.
Okay.
And
great. Oh, we got a chicken within the chicken wire. We had a moment. I was like, Neil, what's the chicken wire for? He says the answer is contained within the question. Yeah. Well, where I come from, we don't have many chickens, so chicken wire is used for different things. But here it's literally used for chickens. But the irony is now we have a chicken on the inside. Oh, the chicken went under the chicken wire. So they're actually going to put a little stone foundation under the chicken wire, as you can see here. So they're doing that. And there's a family that we're doing this for. So, this is the thing I was going to tell you. Oh, I forgot what I was going to tell you. It's really hot. It's like my new hat. It was gifted to me. Okay, so here what we're doing, I'll show you, is we're laying down, so part of the whole point of what we're trying to do is to give the earth the organic matter. We give the earth the organic matter because that's what it uses to create new plants. So we're going to be growing food here. And so that food, like, think of like kale and spinach and Swiss chard and carrots and beets and things like that, it is made up of organic matter. And so if you're always farming, right, always farming, and you're taking away that organic matter, that energy from the soil, but you're not putting things back in, which is what we're doing here, then that's when you need to rely on the chemical pesticides and chemical fertilizers. But if you can use compost, then you can really get some good, healthy plants, healthy food. So, Beth, that's funny. Beth says there's irony in seeing these shirtless men with your link for your t-shirts posted. Yes, maybe that's the cause I need to give them t-shirts. All right, guys, I'm going to get back in and help these guys out. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Oh, that was the thing I was going to tell you. I talked to my sister this morning, Christina. You guys know her and love her. Many of you saw the videos when I was visiting her a few months back. Look, there's some trees here. She just consulted with a permaculture designer for her yard. You can do that. She went online of her own. She was already into this, and she found a permaculture designer in New Jersey, did a consultation, hired him to do a plan, and he's giving back the permaculture plan. I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm excited to see it, but I'm gonna be visiting her in May, and she asked me today. She's like, "Oh, do you want to dig some garden beds when you're back?" Yes, I want to dig some garden beds. So it looks like in May I'm gonna be heading to New Jersey to visit my sister and apply what we're learning here in New Jersey, which is gonna be fun. So, hi Brianna, hi everybody, hi Linda, hi Joy, hi Angie. All right, guys, I'm gonna get to work. This is so cool because when we first got here, this was just completely empty, just overgrown and not much going on. So we built this stone wall, this bed that now where the trees are gonna be planted, and this garden bed here. So remember, if you want to learn more from the guys that I'm learning from, they are developing an online course. You can actually go to groundwork.life and you can learn more about these guys. They're going to be teaching this course. Kenzie, in November, are you teaching the permaculture course or the gardening course, or what are you teaching here in November? Both of them?
Something really exciting that we're not sure yet.
Okay, so they're going to be teaching a course here related to all of this.
And in Colorado
In November and in Colorado in early June. So if you want to get your hands dirty and learn this stuff firsthand so you can do it at your home, there are plenty of opportunities. So go to groundwork.life, check them out. They also have a great Instagram, so if you follow them on Instagram, you can also be the first to know about like what they're doing and when and get in on that. So actually that's how some of the girls here, Kelsey over there from Chicago, actually, hey Kelsey, can I grab you for a second? Do you mind like saying hi? Can I just ask you, so I've been talking about, so Kelsey, you're from Chicago.
Yes.
And you were actually following them on Instagram.
Yeah,
So how long have you been following?
Grandma's team?
Uh-huh.
Oh, about like a year. Yeah.
And then so that's how you found out about this course. And what made you want to come to this course?
I wanted to come to this course because I wanted to learn how to grow my own food in any environment and how to be sustainable and sober.
And you have a job. Like you just took time off work and you just came down to
I did.
Guatemala for this course.
Yep, it's possible. You can come down here. I've been working some days down here, but I took off all the days to really immerse myself in this course and learn. But yeah, it's possible to come down here and and learn for yourself.
And be a part of this amazing group of humans. Oh, thanks, honey. Okay, guys. So there you have it. It's possible. It's possible. You can take time off and just come down here. People do it. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for being with me today. Yeah. If you like my new hat, dog, isn't this cool? It's so hot. So freaking hot. I wish I could send you guys some sunshine. Bah. All right. Jonathan in the Philippines. Hi. Oh, and I also want to give a special shout out to my lovely assistant, Chani, in the Philippines. She's been helping me so much while I've been in this class. She has been rocking my Instagram and my YouTube and taking all of these videos that you're seeing here and putting them on Instagram and YouTube. So if you ever see my Instagram and YouTube videos, you can thank Chani for that. She is such a wonderful, incredible human being, and I'm so grateful to have her help. All right, guys. Aw, hey, Mindy. You're the best. Oh, and in the house, everyone's always wanting to know, we have Miss Stella. Hey, baby. Yeah, Stella came with me today. Oh, yeah. Good girl. Okay, guys. So, compost. So, if you're interested in gardening, one of the best things you can do is locate a source of organic compost near you. Or you can make your own. So, again, that's something to look into. Okay? Yeah, Jonathan in the Philippines. Hey. Hey, I see you. I see you. Alright, guys. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys soon.